Namaste, everyone. Angie and I, we just finished our first class at Pralaya Yoga, which is in downtown Houston, with Robert Boustany, who's a world-renowned Hatha yoga teacher. It was very deep stretches, very isolated movements. Stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, not necessarily a flow. It was a very deep final resting pose, Shavasana, guided meditation. There was a very slow and methodical guided meditation at the beginning, and my body feels very, very open and even emotional. There were a few waves of emotions that came over me, and what I did with those, I was very proud. A lot of my intention that I said to you before class really came in handy. I was tested 3 or 4 times of just I kept falling off my intention, and which is frustrating. But that actually helped me return to my intention of staying open. And because I actually caught myself saying to myself, asking myself, why am I resisting? Like, what am I resisting? Like, I'm resisting. And when I stopped resisting, the lost moments were never recaptured. Moments that he was saying something, but I was too busy in my storyline, I can't capture that back again. What I can do is drop the regret that I didn't catch them. And as soon as you drop them, you start catching what's happening now. And the pleasure of catching the present moment will totally nullify the regret of not catching past moments. You're too busy enjoying the present moment to worry about all the past moments you missed. Anyway, that's my experience in a nutshell. What about you? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, it was a really interesting class, and you're my yoga teacher, so I saw a lot of similarities in the way that he was teaching to the way that you teach me. And towards the end, I did have a blockage, in Shavasana, because of the things that you've told me. When you're taking a class, you're opening yourself up to that other person coming inside of you. And there was, I wouldn't allow myself for him to come inside of me. So,
well, that sounds interesting the way you say it. Yeah.
I know, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
So then after I did Shavasana, I sat up and just in meditation, and I opened my eyes and I just really watched him and listened so I can capture the story as a story. And
what do you mean?
Just really visualize it in my head, and it helped me open
visualize
up more.
What?
With the things he was saying.
Mm.
And that allowed me to be a little more open to the things he was saying.
So I'm understanding that rather than being like a passive recipient of somebody's, let's say like a hypnosis session, mm-hmm. and they're guiding you with their words to some experience, mm-hmm. you were studying what he was doing. Instead of just being an open vessel and receiving the guidance, it was, let me examine how he's doing it, what he's doing.
Towards the end, yes.
And that helped you achieve a state of openness, or you just enjoyed it?
Because then it allowed me to be in a more receptive state of mind. Like, okay, let me analyze and see what he's
right,
doing.
because you're looking, you're examining,
exactly.
And the examine means receive data.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was so that would be a good if you go to other yoga teachers, particularly guy yoga teachers, and you don't want them entering your mind because you only want me in your mind, then there's a process, a technique for you that you just created is, okay, let me study what they're doing, how they're doing, because some things I'm going to like, some things I'm not, and rather than be this passive recipient and feel it viscerally that I didn't like it or I do like it, I'm just going to study them because they got experience. I'm going to learn something. Doesn't mean I'm cheating on my boyfriend by watching how this guy yoga teacher does his thing, because he's obviously successful. Chris would admit he's successful, so Chris wouldn't have a problem with me studying his success, especially if I take summary notes and go and report back to Chris, hey, I notice he does this well, I like that, I like this, because you're a human too, so if you like it, someone else probably likes it too. I want to know. You double my research if you examine other people and bring that knowledge back to me. And that's a power chord, referring to our lesson on harmony later, So, let's see, anything else? I don't think anything else. That's probably good. So that was my experience of Pralaya Yoga. I'll post this on YouTube And if you get a chance, I highly recommend. I met a few of the other teachers there. I can tell there is inner development in them. I don't know exactly until I take their classes, but if they're students of Robert's, I'm sure they got skill. And I love the space. I mean, you know, it's small, efficient, clean, good floors. That's, I mean, a must for me. So what more can I say about it? Hope you like this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. I hope to give a lot more reviews of many other studios as I travel the country. I love giving shout outs to studios. You know, they give to me. I want to give what I can, and I have social media and a voice that's good at talking. So blessings.